Hi, welcome to Art Draw. Today we're going to draw Hero Baymax from Fortnite. So let's get in there at the top. Let's go right up to here. We're going to start with the head. So I'm going to go center and just a little bit off center. Sort of start center there, and we're going to do a nice little curve here. So just a nice little curve at the top there. Just a little curve for the head, okay? That's the top of the head area. Then we've got, it's almost like got a little, kind of little spike, little point out the side of his head. So I'm just going to draw in a little sort of arrowhead there. Then we're just going to come down, we're just going to draw like a nice little circle that just links that up. Link it up there. Now I've got that bit in, I'm going to come down this way, sort of draw a nice sort of curve again. We'll just bring my pencil maybe just down a little bit from that circle. I'm just going to draw a nice little curve around like that, and then bring it back up, sort of almost see the little sort of circle on the other side of the head. And then just at the side of that, I'm just going to draw a little curve. Maybe we can see the other side of the head just on that side there, like the little curve. Then it's almost like he's got like the screen or visor that he has on. It's almost like a wide pair of sunglasses. So I'm going to go from this side. I'm going to just draw a little curve down, bring it out, come down nice and slow, around and up and down like that. Okay, got that visor in there. And then what we can do is just pop in a couple of dots for the circles for his eyes, and we'll just link that up with a nice sort of line just in the middle there. Okay, so we've got that in. So that's the head area. Now what we can do is just draw his big old sort of rest of his body. So first of all, just going to draw a couple of little circles underneath. Sorry, it's a couple of little curves underneath. Looks like his neck area, right? So it comes down here. And then we've got, sort of either side of that, we're just going to take the pen, just curve it down and up either side there for like the start of the sort of chest plate area. And then what we can do, once I've drawn that bit, that kind of comes out maybe a little bit further this side, those sides there, is we can draw chunky old armor. So he's got these shoulder pads on. So let's do the left one first. So take your pen at that end point there, just come up, just draw a nice sort of chunky curve, comes around like that, and bring it back up. On this side, same sort of thing, going to draw a nice chunky curve, bring it around, curve it back around and up like that. So it's two big sort of chest pieces of armor there, really chunky. Right, now I've got those in, what I'm going to do is just bring my pen down and work out sort of that chest area. So I think, sort of like looking at it, probably around about here, I've got a curve, just a little curve like that, just to denote in the center point. Once I've got that in, I can then work out sort of the chest sort of curves down this way. So maybe sort of 2/3 of the way down at this point, we're just going to bring the pen down nice and steady, sort of down to sort of that point, and just join it up with a little angle like that. This side, it kind of comes out from here, sort of about there, again about sort of about 2/3, 3/4 of the way down from that piece of armor. What I'm going to do is just bring my pen, sort of maybe just taper in a little bit, just bring it down, sort of match up with that area there, sort of that depth. And then I'm going to just draw a nice little curve from there, so just sort of curve it around to that point there, right? Cool. Now I've got that bit in, I could do the torso. So the torso just comes in a little bit, and all I got to do is sort of draw, maybe to about that point there, just draw in a nice little curved torso there. And in here, just come in a little bit, just going to draw a little curve there, so a straight line there, and then we can work out the belt area. So again, the belt area sort of chips in the middle, so I'm just going to draw a nice sort of straight line, sort of matches up a little bit with that one, like that, so just in like that. And then I can just draw a nice sort of little curve up to that edge there, and a nice sort of curve that kind of comes around a bit and along to that side point there, and come out a little bit like we've done with the chest area. Now I've got that in, little line either side of that, sort of just bringing it down, and then we can draw like the underside of him there. So kind of comes down probably to about, say, that point, just going to draw a nice little curve in there, and then I'm just going to join those bits up. So one little curve there, and then just one little sort of curve area there. It's almost like his super armor pants on there, right? Okay, let's get these legs in. So let's start on the right hand side with this leg. Big old chunky bits of armor here. We're going to first of all go down to the knee. So probably going to be about this far down. Just going to take the pen from that point here. Just going to bring my pen in, nice chunky little curve there. And on this side, it's almost like got a little chunky little line in there. And then I can just draw a nice little curve out again, sort of to that point. Just thicken that line up there. Okay. In that little point here, I'm just going to draw a nice little rectangle area, colour that in. And then we're just going to draw a little line either side of that. Then we can just join up those points like that. Okay. Cool. Now I've got that in on this side. Let's go to here. Again, this sort of area is a bit of a sort of chunky line in there, so just sort of thicken that line there where the armour is. Now I'm going to bring my pen out around down to here, so it comes out sort of, I guess, like this point. So just bring out the pen a bit, nice chunky line down to there. And then the behind bit sort of goes a bit further back than that middle point, sort of about here. Just a nice sort of chunky line in about there, okay? And then same thing, I'm going to draw a nice little rectangle, sort of like this, like the knee pad area. And again, we can just join up with a nice sort of chunky line in the middle there, okay? Right, on this side on the right, let's do the lower leg area. So let's say we're going to come down sort of the same sort of length as that really. So come down to about this point here. So I'm going to just draw in like the calf muscle, bring it down here. So from that point, we're just going to curve it out a bit and then bring it in. And this side, we're going to do the same thing, curve it out, bring it in, sort of taper in. So bring it out, nice little taper in like that, okay? From this point, I'm just going to do a nice little curve, join them up, okay? Join that up there, got the armour done. Same thing this side, although this foot's coming out sort of this way, this foot's coming out this way a bit. So what I'm going to do here, probably come to about this point. I'm just going to draw a nice curve out, coming around here. And this side, a bit more of the calf muscle, you see. Bring it out a bit further and then in and just down to that point. And just join it up. There we go. Now I've got those bits in, I'm just going to draw the feet. So that really is just a nice little line down like that. And we're just going to curve that around like here. And on this side, we're just going to draw a nice sort of curve that comes out around like that, okay? What we can do there, we can just draw like a little line in like that, sort of two little lines there. That's just going to show the light bouncing off it, and I can just colour them in like that. It's got a nice bit of visual sort of ink colour sort of filled in there. Let's go back up to the arms. This arm here, we've got a nice big old sort of top part of the arm where the bicep is. That's probably going to come down to about sort of this point. So I'm just going to draw a nice straight line, sort of go up to where this piece of armour is. Nice sort of straight line out here. Nice sort of straight line out there. Just join that up, okay? On this side, round about this point, I'm just going to draw the same sort of thing. So I'm going to come out sort of to about sort of this point. So I'm going to just come out from the underside of that shoulder armour, just sort of bring out a nice line. And this bicep, you can kind of see a bit of a curve on this side, so just a little bit of a curve. And I'm just going to join it up like that, okay? Right, now I've got the forearm to do, so it's going to come all the way down with the hand to probably about this point. So first of all, I'm just going to fill in a bit of this line here where you can see like the armour underneath the main red armour. So just sort of fill in a line there. And what we can do then is just draw a nice little curve out and down like that. On this side, we're going to come out this way. So from the corner bit there, just going to come out and in like that. Okay, leave a little gap because we're going to draw the hand now. So before that, I'm just going to draw a little curve around like this for the armour. And then what I can do is just draw a nice little sort of oblong there for the thumb. You can come down here and I'm just going to draw another little oblong like that for the hand. Just join up where we've left a little point there. And then we can then go 1, 2, 3 to show the hands there. On this side, the hands sort of come out this way, sort of coming in here. So what I need to do here is like work out, again, we're sort of drawing some chunky lines within the armour there. And it's almost like a little circle, so maybe actually first of all I'm going to draw the hand in there. So just come down a little bit, sort of to about here. draw a nice little oblong in for the thumb, and then the same sort of thing, another little oblong around from the thumb, bring it around like that. 1, 2, 3 for the fingers, and then around that we can just draw up this way. Just draw this way to the edge there for the armour, and then sort of goes down here, sort of from that point where the knuckle is, we can just draw around like that there. And there's just a little bit of hint of like extra sort of detail there. And that's our main sort of outline of the picture. Let's just do a bit of detail now. So we've done a little bit at the top here for Hero Baymax's head. There's a little bit of marking here, so I'm just going to draw a little curve on the shoulder pad there. Maybe as it goes in here, I'm just going to sort of draw a thicker line in there that kind of curves along. So just a thicker line there, and then just maybe a thicker line here. And then when it comes to the chest point, I think there's a little sort of circle, like semicircle little curve there. And then we're going to just draw a little curve around, a little bit of detailing, so it kind of just curves around like that. Sort of the chest point. Similar sort of thing here, I think. It sort of just curves around from here, sort of here, down, joint down there. A little bit of like a few little markings, so maybe just like indents a little bit in there. And then what we've got, some little sort of dark areas there. I feel like we just sort of want to draw a little bit of a sort of bit of piping around, like here and there, and right in there. I'm just going to draw a little bit of extra under part 2. Okay, for the torso area, I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3 lines like that, and then I'm going to go draw diagonal lines up on the right, and I'll draw diagonal lines up on the left, and then we're just going to loop those through. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 like that. Then what I might just do is just sort of pipe along, just add a little bit more detail, just sort of pipe these little bits that you've just drawn. It just adds to the overall effect of the character there. A lot of these parts now are quite reflective and just quite standard, I think. There might just be a little bit just on the bottom of this shin area, so we're just going to go and draw 2 little lines like that. And I'm just going to draw in a little curve there, just to give a little bit of differentiation of my picture. Apart from that, I think I'm fairly happy with how it's turning out now. Maybe there's just a little hint around here of edging. Same here as well, just maybe just a little hint around there, but I think that's all I really need to do there. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to just go grab myself, start colouring it in. Just get myself actually really dark grey for the hands, so I can just see a bit of detail. I'm just going to fill those in like this, nice dark colour there. The other areas I've done are sort of black points, but I think it's nice to see a bit of the edge of him there. And then let's grab a purple colour, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to sort of start populating this up, just sort of fill in with a dark purple there. And across these main points here, maybe just leave a little chip of light on the edge there, like that. And then what I might do is just go grab a slightly lighter purple, and I'm just going to sort of just fill in, yeah, that's it, just fill these in up to about there, just leaving a little chip of light. I think this is what's important about this one, is just try and make it look like a reflective surface. So it's got those little sort of chips of light in there. Maybe it just comes out ever so slightly more there. Maybe just a hint more. Don't want to show too much of it, but just a nice sort of chip of light there is going to go a long way. Okay, right. Next up, I'm going to get myself a red pen, and I'm going to, just before I do that, let's get in there. There's a little bit more purple on here, isn't there? So what I'm going to do is just fill in this area purple. Maybe just leave a little hint of light sort of popping off it, like that. Right, let's get ourselves a nice red pen, and let's start populating this character. So what I'm going to do is grab the red and just fill in along here, just solid there. What I am going to do on this side, on the top area here, is just maybe just just leave a little chip of white, just to show that it's sort of like a metal and sort of kind of reflective sort of colour. That's cool. Go along here. I've already drawn a little bit of reflective colour there, but what I might do is just a hint more, just leave a little patch of red just on the edge there. Let's do the head. So there's a little hint. I'm just going to draw a little circle there, little circle on the top, just leave a little bit on the left there, maybe just before that as well. Let's see how we get on. Let's see how that looks. Just fill the rest of it nice and red. Those little circles we've left of light really go a long way in a minute. Yeah, that looks cool. Okay, let's do this other shoulder pad here. I'm going to leave a nice chip, like just draw a little arc on that one. Just colour the rest in. Cool. Torso area, there's a little sort of chip of light sort of along here. So what I'm going to do is just draw a little oblong that goes around sort of there. Maybe sort of hits around of the curve there. And then what I'm going to do is just colour the rest in, just block it all in. Let's see how this looks. I think it'll look alright. Okay, cool. Let's do this arm here. So I'm going to just fill this bit in totally red. And then this arm part here, I'm going to leave a chip of light on the left-hand side and the same on sort of this point there. Maybe I'll just fill this bit in totally red. And the rest of it, we'll just follow that out. We'll just fill it in with a nice red colour. I always think the reds and the blacks always sort of pop really nicely. Yeah, that's looking cool. Just a little bit of red left looks really good. Okay, on the the underpants area, just draw a little curve there, and then let's just fill in the rest. Okay, that looks cool. On this side, there's like a little sort of chip of light. I'm going to draw a little oblong here, maybe a little oblong area there. The rest of it, let's just fill in. Cool. And on this leg here, I'm just going to draw, actually I'm going to fill this whole little bit in red, and then what I'm going to do is just leave a little sort of chip, a little line in the middle, well just off centre I suppose, just to show that it's reflective there. Yeah, that looks cool. Okay, let's go back up to the top here. I'm going to leave, I'm going to continue sort of this line here, just going to come in like this. Maybe just leave a little sort of chip there. Let's see how that looks. Let's just fill in the rest. I'm sure it'll look okay. Yeah, look, that looks cool. And then the same sort of thing. I'm going to fill this lower part in red, and then I'm going to leave a little sort of chip, just like the other side, just in there. Nicely filled in like that, okay? Yeah, that's cool. Just going to grab a little bit of more of a crimsony sort of colour, and I'm just going to add just a hint, just on the right hand side of slightly sort of darker area, so just sort of fill it in. Maybe it's like the middle area and the side there, maybe just on these little areas here, comes along there. Maybe the underside of this part is a little bit darker too. Like just by those more sort of shaded areas, we just sort of just draw in a little bit more sort of, yeah, just a little bit more sort of burgundy. Just along here, we'll just draw in that, maybe just along the face there. Okay, that's looking cool. I think I might just enhance it just a tad. Let's just draw slightly around my figure. Just make him pop a little bit. Just sort of enhancing what we've already drawn, so it just makes him pop a little bit more. Makes him work a little bit harder for us. We'll draw around him, sort of accentuate sort of the roboticness of him. He's quite a big machine. Just leave the head a little bit. Just a little touch on the head area. There we go. There we are. Look at that. That looks pretty cool. Okay, so that is Hero Baymax. So let me know what you think in the comments, and we'll see you soon for more drawings. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye for now.